The Tibetan Plateau is the highest and one of the most pristine areas in the world. The glaciers and ice fields feed all the important rivers of Asia. This unique ecosystem also supports the most exceptional livestock, the yak. A domestic animal that has been crucial to the existence of the Tibetans for millennium, the yak can brave the most bitter winter and survive in extreme climate.
I kind of always thought that for them to use the milk only for making butter for local use, I think they are missing a great opportunity. Now, many other people has tried yak cheese making way back even 40, 50 years, but most of them has, in fact, all of them has failed. And I think this is a different climate now in terms of economically. So in the past, if you have a product that's a very good product, it doesn't spread beyond your area. Whereas today, if you have a fine product, I think the chances are there to take it globally.
听都没听过奶酪，我们这就是2004年前我听都没听过奶酪，这两个字真的不懂啊。我们只知道我们的私有奶渣。
我也没吃过，然后我听也没听过。我读书，但是我没听过，真的。我觉得奶酪什么东西啊？我不知道。
The driving force is the spirit of exploration, which not necessarily is a physical journey into nowhere or into a new area. We want to pioneer, we want to innovate. Tampering with yak cheese that has never been dealt with before, I think is a journey of exploration.
我刚刚开这个店的时候，我觉得我吃了一口，哎呀，这个东西是什么呀？会有人吃吗？我就这样感觉，反正不能接受，不觉得好吃。我就心里面感觉这个是能卖得出去吗？
我有带到昆明去，我在昆明读书，还是觉得不好吃，很咸。
我们村里是以前是很封闭的，刚开始的时候，这个是变成笑话了，已经是我们的老百姓都说，哎，这个疯婆娘她疯了，两家的两个最对立的两个带到大山里面，她在干什么
This is a model. I think if this is successful, I think other people will replicate it. So throughout the plateau, when you're talking about 15 million yaks, how to use it to better maximize their value, I think the potential is always there.
我们已经6年了，没有找1分钱嘛。07和06年那2年，我们是的奶酪是没有出去，都在这里，他在原地踏步。他们都说是，哎，你这么长时间，有的全部已经投在这里了，你自己1分钱都找不到。
Products from this exceptional animal are very valuable, yet little known and underutilized. CERS has been working on the plateau for over 2 decades and has always wanted to unlock the value of the yak. In 2004, the organization embarked on a new project. It would bring well-established cheese-making techniques to the plateau using yak milk, a unique and superior dairy product.
It's an art that has some science behind it. You know, if we think about cheese making, it's thousands of years old. And thousands of years ago, they didn't know what a protein molecule looked like or a fat molecule. It just happened. Cheese making has basically 10 basic steps, and those same 10 steps are used for every type of cheese anywhere in the world. It's the uniqueness of that cheese then comes from the original milk itself and what you do with that cheese after you get it made. When I first started here, I could tell that the people were really excited, but they were a little bit intimidated about, here's this American coming to teach us how to make cheese and we want to do everything right. You know, my personal philosophy for teaching is the only way you learn is to make mistakes and to learn from those mistakes. So it's okay to have some batches not turn out the way you want them to.
When I look at other cheesemakers in Europe, in Switzerland, in America, they have it all mechanized, you know, and it's all automated. So to do it in a primitive way is indeed very challenging. But a lot of the world is going back organic. In many ways, that when you do it in a craftsman-like ways, people like it. 2004, when we first launched it, we were actually doing it with a lot of curiosity. And it was exciting too to see the first batch of cheese coming out, trying it. It was a little bit salty, but still, you know, it's eatable. I won't say at that time it was palatable, but in time it became more and more so.
04年是在航线协会的中心学的，黄先生还是给我们专门给我们整了一个10年的学习的房子。04年、05年我两年都是到他那里去做的。
It smells very, very good. It smells like a good cheese.
The cheese that we're trying to work with here is, it's made from yak milk, and so it has a lot of milk solids in it, which makes it a real heavy, dense type cheese. It's really kind of a cheese that takes on its natural environment because it will pull aging elements out of the environment to help create its own flavor. And we look at the water, it produces the grasses that the animals eat and the different types of grasses, the flowers, the shrubbery, anything that they're browsing on contributes to the flavor of the milk.
牦牛它放牧的地方是海拔是在4000左右吧，养牛的方法也都是天然的嘛，没有一个饲料去为它对加工过。
I think it's unique. A lot of cows are grazed just in open pastures, and if you compare China with the U.S., the U.S. is everything is in confinement, and here in China, it's a wonderful opportunity because the animals have basically free roam, and so they can pick and choose, and it's the animal working in nature to actually produce this milk, not what man is trying to do. There's no way to get rid of the cheese mites, but you can control them.
现在就是你看在这里，我就是最难掌握，一到冬天。 冬天以后，我的这个奶酪变得。
The thing about cheese is just think of it. Cheese is a living system. It's never dead. Okay, the white on the outside edge is the mold. There's still good cheese down underneath all of this outside surface. That we have all this fine powder, and that's the mites dissolving or eating away the cheese. Why don't you go ahead and cut some here? Again, we've got here's the mites. All the different kinds of mites that are in here. When the press is bad, you don't get enough moisture out of the cheese. This is where the mites are. All the powder is the mites. And that whole condition of bad press and moisture is ideal for the cheese mites. After the mold starts growing well is when you start doing the brushing to control the cheese mites.
The family is the one that really put in the hard work. You know, we help fund it, we help give them ideas, we help bring in other experts to help. While now, you know, of course, there's a much larger factory behind me now, which will be going into much better controlled situation of production. But I've seen over the last few years the growth. Every time when they take down something and build something new, there's an improvement. So I think it's still a learning process. If you look at it in a negative way, you actually feel defeated, but actually, you know, they've moved backward and then we spring forward again.
That right now they've got the procedure down very well, that they can do it. What we need to start emphasizing now is, now that you've got this great cheese, what are you going to do with it and where are you going to market it?
To test the products in the market, a cheese shop was set up in Old Town Shangri-La. Tourists, especially those from overseas, accepted the cheese, giving the family confidence that their hard work would pay off in future.
在07年的10月11号，那天是我在山上扛那个竹子的时候，外地的那个何小姐，她给我打电话，卓玛，我们的奶酪已经成功了，我真的要跳起来了，我真的太高兴了，在那里坐了2个小时，太高兴了嘛。
From a drop of yak milk to a shop in Shangri-La, the cheese reached Hong Kong for its global market test.
Yak cheese have a very, very unique taste. It's a pleasant taste, but it's very, very strong. It tastes a little bit like fuyu as well, which is sometimes refers to Chinese cheese. Eventually, I applied it into a sauce. The pasta I use is Chinese 腸粉, which is, has a very unique chewy texture. On top of this, I put a bit of Chinese black truffles as well. It's been very, very successful for me. I think there are other dishes I will definitely try with this cheese.
This is a shop that we opened 1.5 years ago to promote natural, organic, wild products from all over the world. What we do is that we create a lot of menu because we do have our kitchen there. So we make sandwiches, we make toast, we make cheesecake and snacks and sauces. We find that this is a very versatile cheese and the result has been very, very positive.
I have a selection of cheese and I can use Yak Cheese. It's not Italian, I know, I tell the customer come here, he want to eat Italian. I want only develop this cheese. Because it's not bad quality, it's really good, it's great potential. But you have to do one step more, the technique of do cheese. It's very simple, you can do what you want, not limited about the imagination in the kitchen. If you want everybody use Yak cheese, it's very simple, it's not difficult for one chef. Do one dish or 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the sauce when it's finished. You see, this is it's not bad, soft, not too hard. You have one maximum for aged one cheese. I don't know about Yak cheese. I tried fresh, it's really good. The cheese is really strong, it's strong milk, really strong tasting. For me, the Yak cheese is young. You need maybe some person not really about the cheese. It can help develop the good quality of this cheese. Voila.
Cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
Yes.
To Yak cheese.
Yes.
I think cheese is a lot like wine in that to have a successful product, you need 3 things. So first of all, good quality. And then a uniqueness to it, a uniqueness that speaks of its origin. So something that tells you where the cheese is from. It's very pungent and salty, but this one has just a slight creamy texture in the middle. I think it's really good. Cheese is a live product, just like wine is. Oh, and then the name Shangri-La has its own romance.
That's right.
For CERS, cheesemaking is just one of many projects, but for Choma and her family, it is a milestone. As for the plateau and the yak, the impact may be forever.
我现在有2种产品嘛，一种是新鲜的，一种是老的。我自己的奶酪在中国来说是独一无二的一个奶酪嘛。
自从开了这个店以后，星星也回来了。一开始我们只是4家收购牛奶嘛，然后做奶酪，然后也只是做几百公斤，现在已经到了12家，然后现在的牧民就是抢着要我们的奶。
Hopefully, this will become the benchmark. The Shangri-La Meixiang cheese will be the standard bearer. Other people will use it as a measure of their own success.
去年法国的客人很多，他们的意见都是他们吃了这个公母奶酪以后都说很好，可以比较法国的奶酪，他们都是这样的。每个人都吃完了以后伸了大拇指这样的。
Cheese industry is you don't have to have a big fancy stainless steel factory, that's glitz and glamour. You can have a beautiful building like this. It's just the brick and mortar that has been built with their heart and their soul. The art of cheese making comes is that feel of the cheese and actually being a major part of that, where you're putting your life into that cheese making as well. And the more that you work with that cheese, the more you get used to that feel, and then you can make your decisions.
我现在是我自己1分钱都没有，我的2个小孩都是老公帮我供的，2个小孩都在读书嘛。我说反正只要我吃饱我就够了，我就心满意足了。干一番事业要投一点嘛，不能灰心嘛。反正我的这一生，这个奶酪厂就是我的命，我会永远的做下去。